Good evening, everybody. We have here another 1v1 on Arabia, and we do have in the red playing as the Spanish, not the Celts, Hoang. So, Spanish being another civilization in which early aggression is common, obviously with the faster builds. That does make an advantage if you're looking to do any forwards, any tower rushes. You can build those towers a little bit quicker than your enemy can. Just a little bit of an advantage if we do expect to see Hoang go forward early. It is a pretty safe bet that usually that is the case. And playing against Hoang is Zuppi, playing as the Ethiopians in the blue. Let's take a quick look at the maps. I do think Zuppi's got a fairly easy wall off. Actually very easy along this front side here. Little bit open around the north part of his base, but overall fairly simple wall off. A barracks and a couple of houses can do most of the wall off between these two wood lines. Then one house there and a little bit of palisades there and you're good to go. As far as Hoang goes, it's a little bit more open to the north. One thing I do like about his base though is very, very safe gold and stone in the back. Of course the stone's a little bit more open if Zuppi were to run around with archers playing as the Ethiopians. That will be a little bit tougher. And we see Hoang starting to do some sort of wall off already, just to get a house there first. As far as Zuppi's base, I do prefer his actually to Hoang. This little wall off here and then one house and a palisade there can really get safe gold and safe stone. It's not the main gold, but it is still safe. Playing against Spanish, you don't expect archers. However, we have definitely seen archers from Spanish on a couple of ranked games recently, and that is really thrown a couple of people off because Spanish you never really you never expect it to come through. So right now the players are just starting to scout around. They are pushing in deer. We do see Hoang is pushing in deer as we speak, or I guess an ostrich, used to saying deer. And with this many on food, it won't be too long until he's in the feudal age. He will be going for a faster feudal age. Does not have loom yet, and look at this. Zuppi could really do some damage here, going around blocking that villager as much as possible, but then just runs away. Knows exactly what's coming, and that's going to be a boar steal instead of killing the villager. Don't know if he's going to get away with this one with Hoang running after him. Likely at this point in time he's just going to be delaying the boar. He will likely not be able to get it. Hoang will just attack that scout. It is at pretty low HP and shouldn't have any problem getting the boar back with some proper micro. Overall, I would say, in general, Zuppi has a little bit better micro than Hoang. Although, in the last 6 to 8 months, Hoang has just shot up as far as rankings go. So he is catching up a lot, and Zuppi not quite able to pull all the way through. He is going to get close, but that should pretty much do it, and he won't be able to get a villager out to the boar in time. He is just going to run straight to the town center, just try and save his scout at this point because he's going to want to have this scout available. Oh my goodness, look at this. Hoang loses his scout. Nobody would have expected that. So, we do see Hoang doing a full wall off. Very, very interesting. He also has 6 villagers queued up. That's crazy. How often do we see that? But I suppose in Dark Age, you're not researching anything, you're not saving up for anything else, you're not doing militia, so why not queue them all up? Why not get ready to go? And wow, with this wall off, look at this boar. Gonna go right under the town center. Easiest boar lure he'll ever have. All thanks to the fact that it went all the way around. Fantastic play there. Zuppi right now, he is dropping a barracks. Obviously, without a scout for Hoang, he will not be able to see that getting thrown down. And Zuppi already going to gold as well. He is on his way up to the feudal age. would expect some sort of archer push once he does get to the feudal age, and obviously Spanish will, well, go into stone already. We'll probably see some towers for sure. Collecting this last ostrich a little bit far away, might end up building some form of economic collection building, mining. As you see, he built this mining camp with these villagers, so he was able to collect that food that way. A little bit of a cheat code almost there. And Zuppi's just scouting around, taking a look. He did end up making some militia. Only 2 militia for now, a third one coming forward as Hoang clicks to the feudal age and will have a drush coming in on him. Not too certain that this drush will be able to do anything. There's no holes in this wall. Pretty tight base that Hoang has been able to make. Possibly further down the road could go through these forage bushes, but that's a long ways away. All 4 of these guys go onto this fruit bush. That may be a problem. So, Ethiopians up much sooner. Archery range is getting dropped right now and immediately getting the economic upgrades. We also see man-at-arms coming in, but Hoang will just be able to double wall behind this. So, again, unlikely that too much is going to happen from this rush, but still wasting villager time, having a double wall. This is still a little bit of resources that are being spent, and resources that otherwise would be saved towards building up economy into the feudal age and then building up some sort of military. So Zuppi, just walking away at this point in time, is going to go forward with archers coming now. And let's see exactly what Hoang has up his sleeve. He is playing Spanish, so would expect to see a desire to go for conks eventually. But these walls are really delaying him a lot. Some archers here could cause lots of damage as far as Hoang's food economy, and will likely not be able to range the gold, wood, or stone. For the size of this base, actually, very good job from Hoang to still have access to wood that's not able to be ranged by any archers. This house, though, could prove to be problematic as Hoang is having to stone wall behind it. Not ideal at all. This archer right here being enough to push any wall-in villagers back as more come forward now. Zuppi just throwing everything forward, setting his gather points all the way up to the berries of Hoang. Just throwing it right forward. And once again, take a look at this. Hoang's TC, 6 villagers queued up. No big deal. That's just the way it's going to be. Just going to adjust the volume there. It is a little bit loud with that attacking sound. Hoang also very seriously housed right now. He does not have any villagers even building a house, but he is going up to Castle Age, so it's not like he needs any houses anyways. He's not building any villagers. He is just going to stone wall behind here. Houses can still get demolished pretty quickly with this army of archers and man-at-arms, but all that Hoang needs to do is stay alive until he can drop this castle down at his base. Forced to put a tower up to protect the gold and will protect the wood line as well. Likely will be enough. These archers, if this house does go down, could squeeze by and maybe delay this tower, but at this point in time the tower will go up, will not cause any issues, and 58% of the way up to the Castle Age is Hoang, and he is surrounded by Feudal Age archers with fletching, mind you. The tower pushes back the army a little bit, and that will allow Hoang to expand out here, collect the wood safely for the time being. But once we see the Castle Age drop, we will see a castle get built very quickly. Zuppi playing it a little bit more safe at home, starting to wall off. He has had the opportunity to take his time this game, as Hoang has decided to go just for a fast castle and fast castle drop. Right there, right next to his town center, and as we can see, Zuppi will be able to see that that castle is going up. At this point in time, he knows it's going to go up. No point hitting those palisades. He's not going to be able to get through anyways. Zuppi is on his way up to Castle Age, and right now, his economy is looking a little bit better than Hoang's. Mind you, Hoang does not have too far of a fall behind in villager count, but he has had a lot more delays than Zuppi has. So while he has had the villagers alive, they haven't been collecting as efficiently or as effectively as one would hope. But a couple conquistadors in the back here, they will be able to destroy this army completely. The only issue arises is once a mass of crossbows start, then suddenly there could be problem for just a few conquistadors. Right now they can just attack, run back, 6 range for them, only 4 plus 1 for the archers, so they do outrange the archers, but that won't last too long once those become crossbows. Zuppi trying to play it up, seeing if he can maybe take on some of these engagements with some good micro. I would like for him to stay a little bit further back until he gets the upgrades. He is just losing his advantage right now, and now he decides to run. Of course, Conquistador is able to catch up to him, and will likely lose a lot before these archers become crossbows. Man-at-arms fall for free as they just stand there. The archers trying to run away, trying to get away as quickly as possible. They are just losing HP with the Conquistador shots coming in from behind them. Now, these crossbows do outrange the conchs. That is a little bit of an advantage. Able to do a little bit better for micro right now, but against 4, it is tough. It's a tall order to micro against these. The lion helping out a little bit against the conquistadors, but obviously not too much of an impact. Ballistics immediately coming in for Zuppi, as we see he just dropped that university. He is knowing that, well, these conchs are going to be running around pretty quick, and it's going to take some time. Still not fully walled up. I'd like to see just a little bit of wall on the back to give some protection, but as we mentioned at the beginning, it is so open, and now we have 6 conquistadors coming forward. Zuppi only with small armies of crossbows at this point in time. Not enough to truly properly defend. Crossbows having to come back now. For the first time in the game, Zuppi is defending his own base, and he will be able to protect it pretty easily. This town center will go up and protect the south side of his base, and actually will not be scouted by the conquistadors. And Zuppi choosing, instead of walling here, just to wall into his town center. That's a good idea. This wood is going to be ranged no matter what by the conchs, so not too big of a deal. And he's looking at just taking out these crossbows while he can. And Hoang is still moving forward with as many conquistadors as possible. And a villager is going forward as well. Zuppi now has a monastery with a monk coming out. Having to focus a lot on the micro on the front. A little bit of delay with his farms, but overall nothing too major. Vil counts only 1 behind for Hoang, and he drops the forward siege workshop. It wouldn't be a Hoang game without a forward siege workshop. You see Hoang, his economy also a little bit affected here. Nothing too crazy. Obviously a lot of these top level players do not have auto seeding of their farms. They prefer to, at this point in the game at least, hold on to what they have and make sure that they're not wasting away wood on something that they wouldn't otherwise want to build. The monk gets taken out by the conchs. Great job from Hoang to see that coming, and he will now be creating his own monks in defense. One thing to note is he is only on 1 town center. Does have a mangonel coming out, but Zuppi is on his 2nd TC. And so the Vil count will start to climb in favor of Zuppi. Zuppi now does also have a mangonel coming forward. He does know that there's got to be a mangonel coming out of Hoang's siege workshop, and smartly backs up just before that mangonel comes out of the siege workshop, unable to get sniped. Good call on his part. Vil count's now 5 ahead for Zuppi, so it is a little bit of an advantage that he is getting. Really not falling too far behind as far as military goes either. We really need to see Hoang have a couple of good engagements and take out as much as possible, but at the same time we see a forward coming down, 675 stone sitting there for Hoang. He has the possibility right now to drop the forward castle. Let's see exactly where he places it. Great hit from that mangonel, lots of damage of HP, and another great hit. Fantastic work. The mangonel of Zuppi, oh my goodness, this is a ridiculous forward castle from Hoang. Talk about the guts this guy has to be going forward, dropping a castle on the farms. Still, he might get it up with those mangonel shots. He really bought himself the time. However, he does have another mangonel coming against him. Zuppi will be coming forward. He doesn't have anything. Oh, horrible for Hoang to be losing all those villagers. Loses more HP on the conquistadors, but loses the mangonel. So Hoang just goes back, builds a house, and can now go forward. Spanish villagers, of course, being able to build slightly faster than other civilizations. In fact, significantly faster, especially when dropping castles or something like this forward. It can be very, very important. Castle goes up. Fantastic move. And even throws the conquistadors in there. Very low HP, and they can now start to heal up. As guess what? He is going to start collecting Zuppi's main gold with his forward castle. Zuppi does have the TC lead, but pretty soon he's going to be down to just 1. Villager count still heavily in Zuppi's favor, but that will be less and less as this castle continues to push forward, and Zuppi having to put a pretty horrible town center down just to desperately get one up to maintain his villager lead as much as possible. Zuppi's economy is a little bit in shambles right now. Second TC now getting attacked by mangonels again. And really, 2 castles building conquistadors for Hoang. He is going to be able to mass those quick. Still only a 10 villager lead for Zuppi. Ooh, great hit from the mangonels. Fantastic. And just like that, Zuppi has to call the GG. How do you defend against this? A castle literally on your TC, inside the walls of your base. Only Hoang could have the cojones to be doing a play like this. Fantastic work from Hoang. Great game, and against a top level player such as Zuppi.